Hey, it's Sebastian again. Let me restart this up here real quick. Here it goes. My restart here. Hold on. Yeah, what happened is I had my mic muted through the whole video, so I'm going to go through and just try to record audio over it. This is basically where you start when you're a new player for the first time. I think I was talking about this help chat here. It's kind of weird because the help is only available to newer players, except some volunteers. So it's mostly new players in there. So it's not as helpful as it could be. And there could be just a bunch of yahoos in there just kind of being, I don't know, just kind of goofing off. So, you could get frustrated by the help. But we'll just ignore that, do the video for now. This thing here pretty much just says, you got your basic control keys, stuff like that, your WASD, space for jump. Just read that stuff, you get the idea. Just read all of these as you're going. But I'm not going to cover the actual windows as much now because I can't really tell what's what. So hopefully I'm going to move forward here. I'm talking, this is the kind of like in other games, you got the arrow that points your way to the thing. But this isn't normally in the game. It's just for this tutorial for beginning to get people kind of a start. But after this point, that's not here no more. Over here are some gates that were in the garden of a major city called Tenrum. These gates are for when the doors are locked, but they'll be open later. We'll see how that works. This is just some red guy's loot that died here, so I take that meat. We'll see how that works. That's how them reds come in, probably is from that mountain. They can come down that mountain to get here, but then they really don't have much way to get out. Now I think we're just following that arrow to go to the next quest location. Yeah, I can't believe I had my mic muted through this whole thing. It's like a half hour. Okay, this is the first guy right here, I believe. We're gonna talk to him. You're pretty much just gonna have to talk to him and read his thing because I can't read it or anything right now. But he's pretty much just telling you to go and you need to go do another thing, get some stuff from this other guy. He's telling you a little backstory and basically saying go talk to this other guy. So we'll go ahead and do that, I hope. Yep, now the arrow updated, so we just go to this, head towards it again. Points to the new guy now. Yeah, them guards are out here. It's kind of crazy that they put them out here. They didn't start out here at first, but now they put them out here. I don't know if they had trouble with reds or what, but I think they do more harm than good because they are more beneficial to the people that know the game. So the ones who are actually here trying to cause problems and know how to play can take advantage of those guards, where the guy who don't know how to play is kind of just SOL. He's going to accidentally the guards are always going to get used against him. So in a way, they're more beneficial to the griefers than they are to the players, to the new players. But I don't know, they can't understand that. I guess they think that them guards are going to be helpful, but it's really the total opposite. When you're out here attacking, hunting, and attacking creatures, there's room for you to go gray. And as soon as you do, everybody who knows how to play the game takes advantage of it, calls the guards on your attacks. Here's the second guy. He just continues on, yada yada. I need some leather or something like that, so you gotta go kill these springbok deer basically and get some leather off them. You can read through that as well, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Go get some leather. He gives you some skills. I think he might have gave you the weapon as well. So you right click and get your weapon. That actually equipped it. I don't think I actually show, but the weapon's equipped now. Now we're just going over here where I was talking about where the deer are and the guards are here now. They used to not be here, which was better because then people could accidentally go gray and actually survive from, even though they made a mistake, they could learn from their mistake. Now when that kind of stuff happens, it's pretty much the guards are going to kill you, either that or one of the yahoos are going to kill you that are standing here as well. Seeing like the ones with the horses and stuff. There's the guard again. They're they're more advanced players that are just taking advantage of this being here really, and you can't do nothing about it. Usually in the game you'd be able to, you know, to go to wherever these guys are hunting and attack them or whatever, but here they're protected by guards, so they take advantage of it. And a lot of them are usually the first ones to attack if you go gray or something too. So yeah, it's just, or sometimes they'll just be pigs and bully everybody around by running around and attacking everything and taking all the stuff or even taking it right from you. Yeah, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a pain the way they got it set up now. I think it's better to have it riskier with no guards, and then at least things could be done about it. So we're going to go ahead and charge our attack and hit this thing. You just draw your weapon and hold it for a second to give it a little more. You'll get more damage out of it. There, and it drops some goodies there. I'm telling you how to block too. You just use your other mouse button to block. It says you took damage. It's just a pop up for the first new time, so you know took damage. You need to rest basically. So I go ahead and press R to open up the loot. And there it is. You just right click on it and it goes to your inventory. I actually need 15 leather, so that's probably not going to make it, so I'll kill another one. This time when I was here, there was actually nobody that was really that bad. No one messed with anybody that I seen, so that's good, but that's not always the case. But if that kind of thing happens, you'll just have to kind of get past it. You know, it's just something that happens here. And once you get out of here, you don't have to be here. You can go other places. I'm sure you're still in danger and stuff, but it's not as griefy as it is here. They just know that there's a lot of people here that they can come and they'll always have somebody to mess with, basically. So other places can be better to actually hunt and stuff. Okay, now I'm pretty much just getting my extraction icon and putting it in my hotbar so I can extract. This will allow me to be able to skin those carcasses I picked up. See, I'll click that now that I've got it up there. Now put the carcasses in that left square. The catalyst doesn't matter for extracting. And after I start that, a little timer will come up down there at the bottom. You can just kind of watch it leak down. Once that's gone, then the materials will appear. See, and then I got the stuff. I got plenty of leather there. I think it was 21. I needed 15. Some other stuff as well. Some of that you can sell at the vendors. So now we just head back to that original guy. not the original, but the guy who just asked for the leather. I don't know what I was doing here. Probably still talking about them, trying to see if them guys are going to be messing with people or whatever. Your biggest thing is just try not to accidentally hit anybody. They might even try to run into your sword while you're attacking. And if it does happen, so what? Just go resurrect and start over. It don't take long to kill two of those things. It's just kind of it can be a nuisance, but it's really, you just have to get used to that kind of stuff. You will die and lose stuff in this game. Okay, so we talk to him again, tell him we got that leather. He pretty much, you have to read what that says. He pretty much probably just says good job, and then he goes on to tell you to go make some armor out of it. He gives you some cotton and pretty much just tells you to go make some armor. I think you need to make a torso and some legs. That's pretty much what he goes on, so we'll get away from here and head to where the armor tables and stuff are. That's another thing, the different ways to make money. Those guys who are out there with horses and stuff, you can go there with a horse and just kill those things and butcher and sell it to the vendor and make money that way. So that's one way that you can start your career or whatever you want to call it by doing that. It's one option, and it's still one of the lower level creatures, but you could very well, seeing you're protected, just keep going there and probably make good money over time. It might not be super fast, but it's somewhat safe. But with everybody trying to monopolize on people going gray and stuff, it's could be more of a headache than anything else. We'll move on from here and we'll check out the graveyard too and stuff like that. That's another money making option. As well as you can cut trees or mine and stuff. Like you can sell wood right to the vendor, or you can sell to other players on the broker. Mining, you pretty much got to extract it to be able to get vendors to buy stuff, but players will buy a lot of it. Sell it on a broker or whatever. You just have to make some money initially, which probably the easiest way to do that would be to either sell stuff from butchering if you're going a butchering route, or go to the graveyard and make some money there. Okay, here we are. So it's just telling you some stuff about the quest again, make the body and the legs, just in case you forgot what you're doing, I guess. So we throw the leather, quality leather, into the primary side, and then we put the cotton in the secondary side. I'm sure that's not what they actually call it, but you get the idea. There's little sliders for making the quality. Here's this. There's only one choice right now, but if you had more skills, you could get other. I think I do it looks like I do the torso first. And see, there's the sliders, like I was saying. That brings quality up and stuff like that, but it also takes more resources. So we're just starting making it just at a low level right now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I put that on because somebody could steal it. I mean, no one probably would. There's no reason to. It's not any good, but just to be safe. And that other that came off, that's rags that you wear initially, and that's not stealable, and you don't lose that on death. So, and then we make the legs too, because that's the part we need. And just leave everything the same and craft them. There they are, we put them on as well. And then we're back out of here, heading back to talk to that guy. Yeah, another thing that you can do too is there's pickables If you actually just go exploring the world, there's different things that you can just pick, like off the ground. Some trees have stuff on them, like fruit and stuff. And a lot of that stuff you find you can sell to vendors directly. Some of it they'll pay pretty good money for, but that's just one more way that you can make a little bit of money. If you just are exploring anyway, then you could pick that kind of stuff up and see what vendors buy it for and get you a little change. Yeah, once you get past this tutorial, it's pretty much open for you to figure out how you want to do it, what you want to do. You can study what to market or talk to people and figure out what kind of things people buy, what people want, what's in demand, you know. That's how you can make your money that way. It's kind of like you're just flopped into the world and you got to figure it out how you want to make things work. You want to learn to craft weapons to sell to people or get, resources or make steel so you can sell it to the people that make weapons or whatever. Or if you just want to kill people, steal their stuff, who knows. That's how the game is. Alright, so I don't know why, but I was standing around there for some reason. Go talk to this guy again. See, I was running my mouth on there too about who knows what. Okay, he says yada yada thanks or something, and think it's something like he sends me off to this other guy who he owes this armor to for some reason, so I'm supposed to go give it to him. So it's like I made that armor for him, but he really wanted to give it to some other guy, and now I'm going to give it to him. But you can read all that as you're doing it. And that looks like another horse. What I'm doing here is I'm just running. I draw my weapon because stamina goes up faster with your weapon out than it does when it's not. So you see me switching back and forth. That's kind of what I was demonstrating it a little bit. But you watch my stamina right now. It's going, as I'm running now, I'm walking. See how fast it's going up? Pretty quick. I think I put my weapon away, yeah, just to demonstrate. Now I'm running again. My stamina is going down. Okay, and then once I stop, I'm going to start walking here. See, my stamina is going real slow, coming up real slow. Now I'm going to draw my weapon and watch how fast it goes. See, so really, I think a lot of times it's just as good to just have your weapon out almost all the time. I could be wrong, but to me it seems that way. Okay, this is the guy I'm supposed to give that armor to, but he pretty much takes it as an insult or something, says he don't want it. Like that guy's just trying to suck up to him or something. But then he says he wants his kid's birthday is soon, so he wants a rabbit, pet rabbit for her. So basically it's just teaching you another skill, having you learn another skill. And this time we're taking taming. It's that little whip. Throw that up there. Go find us a rabbit. You gotta be careful because like that rabbit's yellow. See, there's yellow rabbits, there's blue rabbits, there's gray rabbits. If you attack either of those yellow or blue ones, them guards are coming. The guards can kill you or other players can. So that's another thing that's kind of a pain to them. Guards are right there. So we're gonna go with the gray one because he'd be safe. If you were just running around here killing all these things and not paying attention, you'd be fine killing these gray ones. But as soon as you accidentally kill a blue one or a yellow one, you're gonna have a guard killing you. So it punishes the new guy that didn't know any better. Yeah. So I went ahead and pushed taming. There, haven't yet. Here it comes. Now my hands move and it says some stuff about nice rabbit type things. And eventually it can fail, but eventually it'll take the rabbit. There he is. See, now he's my pet. he'll follow me and stuff. You push like a K or something. Should be coming up in a second. I think I pushed the wrong thing first. Yep, I pushed L. You push K and there you get your pet information, and then you get details on a specific pet. It tells you your stats for the pet and how many pet points and stuff it uses. Different pets like this I think was 17, and you only have a max of 25 initially when you with no skill. So to get better creatures you need to get skill, creature control and stuff like that. Yep, so we just give him that rabbit, and I'm pretty sure that pretty much says it ends the quest. That's all there actually is, but you just head out of town from here. It tells you something about getting the dagger or something, but you never really do. I think it gives you some money or something. He might have an excuse of why he gives you money. So now we're just heading out of town, or into town. We'll be able to actually go into town now. I don't think you can actually go into town until you finish the quest, or you might be able to abandon the quest, I don't know. But that is pretty much the end of the actual tutorial. But we're going to run into town and get past the doors and go by the marketplace and the bank. Probably, and we go into the graveyard as well. I don't know what I was doing here. I must have spotted something over there. Yeah, if you see, I don't stop here, but we'll probably walk right through it. There's like some grain or something up here. It's the pickables, like where I was saying pickables. That bush that we just walked by is a pickable. That stuff right there to the left, that's grain. That's pickable. I mean, it won't be big. You can't make big money off it or anything, but there's uses for some of it, or you can eat it or whatever. Also, you can see, if you can barely see it, but there's like a gray, kind of a gray bar in my stamina. Like those three top bars over there in the left corner under my name. The top one's health, the middle one's stamina, and the other one's like mana, just like pretty much every game. But you see how there's the gray on the middle bar, the yellow bar? That's pretty much the reserve. I'll go over that at some point in time, I remember, but I don't know when I do it. But basically, to make that gray go away, you either eat certain foods or you sleep. And I'm trying to move faster with my weapon out again. Trying to make ground faster. I didn't get rid of that gray because I just was trying to keep going. I didn't want to sleep. Make the video longer. See, some of these areas at times can, like here's a guard walking here, but sometimes you could be attacked in this area and no guards be around. Now this is the last guy right here. This arrow might even be pointing you to this guy. He's just the guy that opens his door all the time though. So you just talk to him and say, open the gate. I don't know if that makes that arrow there, and now the arrow is gone. So that's officially the end of the tutorial. I mean, unofficially, whatever, officially it already ended according to the chat. He's the one I think is supposed to give you the dagger, but I think he just gives you some coins. This guy here I stop and talk about as well. He's like a graveyard. He takes parts from the graveyard. You get skulls and stuff or heads from the stuff you kill in the graveyard, and he'll use those as currency. You basically can trade for different items by using the undead heads. We're getting there over There, this is like the plaza here. It's like a commercial or vendors and everything, a whole bunch of vendors here. I actually have a website with videos that do walkthroughs, and they tell you all the different vendors and stuff where each one is. If you want to check that out, that's at plainmo.com. Yep, and so now we're just heading through the plaza, and this is the actual bank up here. Going slow again. The other towns have multiple banks, but for whatever reason they only have one bank here. I mean, there's another bank in the slums too, but that's its own bank. One other town actually has it has three banks, or really almost four if you count the two buildings next to each other. And for whatever reason, this big town only has one bank, and it's the town where all the new players start, so it can be pretty busy at times. These are the actual bankers, and that guy's a broker, so that's where you can buy or sell stuff, and those other guys are where you actually got your storage. The storages are actually, each town has its own storage, so if you put something here, it won't be in another town, which is kind of cool in a way because, well, for one, it gives you more bank space. Another thing, it makes the game kind of be dependent on the other places because the resources are only in certain areas, so you got to transport stuff. So it's kind of a neat feature, really. I think, anyway. Alright, so now we're just going to head out of here and we're going to hit the graveyard because that's pretty much most fighter types. Probably the next step would be go to the graveyard to make some money. Not the only option, but it's a pretty common option to start making money that way. I walk this way. This isn't the easiest, most direct way, but it's like a straight shot this way to see. So you just go from the bank to there and follow this sign straight on down this line. But you can kind of zigzag through and all that stuff too to get there. I just figured this route was a straight shoot both ways, to it, to give an idea. It's a shame I actually had the speakers on and everything so we could hear the different sounds this time, but I had my mic muted, so now we don't have game sounds. Okay, there's like a waterfall you'll see here. It's a fountain and stuff. That's pretty much where you see that hole over there to the right. That's the actual graveyard entrance there. So as soon as you're passing this fountain, you see this sign here. I'll look at it again over to the left. This is graveyard, but I think I actually turn and look at the fountain and the sign again just to point it out here because I was just walking in at the time. See, I'm pointing out the fountain. And then there's the sign. It says graveyard. Could be pretty hard to miss if you're actually looking for it. But if you're not looking for it, you can run by it a whole bunch of times. I didn't see it initially when I was first in this town until after I'd ran around a little bit. Yep, so here we go. This can be the same as the other hunting area where people are trying to make you hit them and stuff and trying to take advantage of you turning colors. But once you learn all that and just avoid people and don't accidentally hit people, then you're pretty much safe. So I go ahead and start whacking this guy. Now if you block, you see how that blinked right there? If you block exactly right, it's called a perfect block, and then you can attack directly after. See, now I take those heads. The bone stuff you don't really need, but get the head. That's probably the most valuable thing you'll get out of here, and the coins. But the heads will be what adds up to make you a little money. Not big money, but for beginning money, it's okay. So again, I just attack, draw my sword, wait a little bit, block him, and try to wait, get that perfect block, and then you can do a quick counter attack basically. It's faster than a regular attack. You'll kind of hear a little knocking noise and you'll see those sparks. And then you just hurry up and push attack again and it'll do a counter attack. Of course, that's useless for PvP that way, the way you're doing it right there. I mean, you'd have to really be paying attention, moving around and stuff. But for PvE, just fighting the creatures and stuff, you can, a lot of times you can pretty much just hang out and attack and block. I think this is where I actually am about done, but I say I'm going to go over a little bit about the gray bar here, reserves and stuff. Yeah, see, I'm talking about the reserves. I go ahead and look at them a little bit. There's the girl I made for this character. This is just a trial account. So I could go through the tutorial again. But yeah, see, there's the reserves down there. That number for the stamina reserve is down. That's why the bar is gray. So you can either eat foods or sleep, basically. So I'm going to grab the sleep icon, throw it up there so I can use it. Got to put my weapon away or it ain't going to work. Here you go. Now as you see, the health will go up, the red bar, and you'll just see like a little gap go into gray, and then the gap will fill in with yellow, and it'll just keep doing that. And that's basically the reserve getting filled back up. But you gotta sleep to do that, or eat certain foods, like certain foods that go good for hunger, or certain foods that go for stamina or whatever. So you eat those and you'll be good. That's another way to raise that. But I think I pretty much cut it after that. Ran out a little bit, it looks like. Probably called it good right here. Yep, looks like I shut it off.